everyone, this is Dean on the scene for the Rogers Revue. We are here at Long Bridge Park in Arlington, Virginia for Pink in the Park. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the man himself, Orlando Jones, who's having a fun weekend. More fun than me, probably. How are you doing today?
I'm trying to have more fun than you, as per usual. You got that exactly right.
Absolutely. So how does it feel to be emceeing this year's Pink in the Park?
I think a lot of fun. I mean, this type of event sort of signaling spring and the cherry blossoms, and obviously just what cherry blossoms ultimately represent, particularly in Asian culture where it's the ephemeral, right? So much a part of Asian literature, those things that appear in nature and don't often appear and should be appreciated because you don't get to see them that often. And so the cherry blossoms are obviously a part of that. Truth and mythology and storytelling, and this season is about that spring and new birth, and so excited to be here and be a part of it in my pink.
Yes. You got the pink hat, you got the pink, almost pink shirt, so you're looking good.
I got the pink pants on, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm pink in the park. I'm not blue with a pink microphone in the park. No, sir. I'm actually pink.
Don't knock the blue. It's
I'm
my
not
favorite
knocking
color.
the blue. I'm just saying it ain't pink. It's not pink. It's not pink.
You're right. Absolutely. I'll have to grant you that. But not only you're here for Pink in the Park, but last night you actually had a great comedy show night at Penn Social DC. Tell us what it was all about.
You know, I think one of the things that happens in the areas that you often try and connect for me with local talent, right? I used to be that local talent that was trying to get out there and be seen and get an opportunity to show my stuff. So when I'm in an area, we try and do that. My lead producer always tries to do that. I think Amazon certainly does that in sponsoring Pink in the Park. National Bid is doing that and bringing those types of events and together. So it was kind of a very natural fit because that's also something I try and do. And so there are a number of comedians that have been on tour with me that I've met along the way. One, a school teacher in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Another, a vet in Fayetteville, all very, very funny people, and they have now opened for me many, many times. And at Penn Social, we did an event there, raised some money for some local charities, particularly to help disadvantaged and people who don't have the same opportunities as others do. Do a comedy show, showcase some new talent like Nazi, the Mike, who performed, and you know, it's just a great time, an interesting type of show, and hopefully something that people don't normally get to see. And that's kind of what I'm known for, showing you things that you might not normally get a chance to see.
Absolutely. And can you tell us some of the charities that were benefited from last night's performance?
So there's a group called Oops. Oops is providing optimistic opportunities for people who are disadvantaged. They're particularly focused in African American communities and find themselves looking at people who don't fall or qualify for any grant programs. So those people who literally are just falling between the cracks. So we try and support generally groups like that that I think are specifically focused on helping parts of the community where people need not only help but training to help to understand how to get back to where they need to be.
Awesome.
The Oops Foundation provides all of that, and so we support that foundation out of Wilmington amongst several others, but that's one of the ones that we were supporting last night.
That's great to hear. So what makes great comedy these days, since you're now back on stage during the stand-up tour? So what do you think makes great comedy nowadays?
I wish I knew. It's a crazy time. So but you know, it's not altogether different than previous crazy times. So there's some value, I think, in getting in a room and laughing about it and finding the perspective in it. And with so much going on, there's a lot to poke fun at. So I saw some people moving the other day. I'm still trying to understand what was happening. It was 8:30 in the morning. Dude had a mattress. It looked like somebody had urinated on it, and then there was a dresser, and it was chipped, and then the other thing was broke. And I thought to myself, it's 8:30 in the morning. Where are you moving this junk? I rolled down the window, and I said, hey, you thought I'd mess away holding up traffic? And he got mad. You know, he looked at me and he said, why don't you go back to Everybody Hates Chris? And I thought to myself, I'm not Tyler James Williams, fool. So, and then he drove off before I could really get out my last joke on him. But she still should throw that mess away. And if you're going to move and you ain't got nothing but junk, people at home, move at night, okay?
Great idea.
Then can't nobody see your mess. But at 8:30 while I'm going to work, please don't have me in traffic looking at the pea-stained mattress. It was shameful. It was shameful. And the fun of life is to pick apart those moments and find the ways that we all connect when we're trying to get from one place to the next in some crazy circumstances that we did not expect, and find ourselves exposed because the kid peed on the mattress, and I ain't even got no kid. It's my girlfriend's son who slept over one night, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So for me, telling both sides of that story comedically is what I like to do.
Absolutely. Don't you just hate it when people mistake you for anybody else? It's like, I get that all the time. I don't know why it's that, you know?
You know, I've come to understand that we were lied to as children. And when our parents told us that all white people think all black people look alike, that was not true. Because I had 2 black ladies walk up to me today and tell me how much they love me on Abbott Elementary. And I am on Abbott Elementary, but I'm not Tyler.
Nope.
James Williams at all. I spit a hot 16 to one lady just the other day. She thought I was most deaf. That's exactly. I've been Jeff Goldblum in blackface. I did that a couple of times. Yeah. I had an Indian man. This was amazing. He picked me up. He was so nice. He said, "I am knowing you." And I said, "Thank you. I'm knowing you too." And he said, "You are the daywalker." I said, "I'm sorry, what?" He said, "You are the daywalker. I am knowing you. I'm calling my wife. I'm with the blade." You are the blade. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And he kept saying that over and over again. So I didn't have the heart to tell him that I wasn't Wesley. So I was trying to sit up in the back of the chair and puff my chest out. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to look more muscular because, he's an action dude, and he kept going, I can't believe it. And that went on for about 15 minutes on the ride.
Oh, wow.
It was a long time, fam. And, I signed that autograph, Barack Obama, because he wasn't paying attention. Okay? He wasn't paying attention at all. And I felt like he deserved to get an Obama autograph since I wasn't Wesley Snipes. But what difference does it make?
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Yeah, not at all.
What is next for you after this?
Let's see. I'm on tour at the moment, so I have a show in Orlando on Wednesday, so I'm excited to get down there. Yeah, exactly right. I'll be in Tampa on Thursday. On the weekend, I will be running around with my daughters, which is the most amazing thing.
Absolutely.
And then I don't know what else is on the schedule because I'm 8 years old and I go where they tell me to go. That's how this works. I get on a plane, I land on the set, they tell me what they want me to do, and then, that's how that works.
That's how it rolls.
Yeah, it's super easy. It works best if you don't think about it and you just follow the schedule.
Exactly.
Yeah, the problem kicks in when you commence a thinking and then that smoke coming out your ear. Ask any lady, she'll tell you. As soon as you started thinking, that's when the trouble started. Everybody know it, don't you? Ain't that right? Anybody at home know him?
A lot of people know me, especially in this area.
They really know you.
Yes, they do.
And didn't the problem start when he commenced the thinking? Isn't that when the problem started? Exactly. See, that's the point I'm making.
That's for me every day. Well, Orlando, thank you so much
for
talking with me this time, because we didn't get to talk on the camera this time. But
actually, it's true. We didn't last time we saw each other. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure, man. Thank you.
And don't forget, if you want to check him out, go to The Real Orlando Jones on Instagram to find out where he's coming to a comedy show near you. And this is Dean on Scene for TRR. Bye.